right, collectors, today on the channel, we are going to cover the news. We're going to get into all the shenanigans, all the pre-orders, all the new releases that have been announced for this week. Got some really neat stuff in there. Got some shenanigans, some real shenanigans in there. You know, I think a lot of times these companies are like, nah, we'll get away with it. They don't know. They don't understand. They don't know the real cost, right? But we do. I mean, we're all adults here. You know, we've all had life experience, and we know what something costs and what something doesn't. We know when something's worth it. We know something's when it's not worth it. We know, I think most of us, when we're getting shook down or shaken down or taken for a ride. But sometimes it's just about the nostalgia and they got us taken hostage, right? But I've always gone back to this stuff. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to hold you hostage. And, you know, sometimes you just got to say, I feel some kind of way about it. I'm not getting it, right? So with that said, I always like to start with some of the shenanigans. You know what? I am going to give out a little shout out to a friend of mine who I've got a ton of challenge coins. Well, I wouldn't say a ton. I wouldn't say a ton now. It's, you know, they're substantial of challenge coins that I got while I was in the service, and these are just tokens that soldiers give to each other, or service members give to each other when you do a good job or you've done something great. I might have to print some out. I might have to do some to just carry in my pocket every now and then whenever I meet, you know, somebody who's done a great job for our toy hunting community, and we tend to use that tradition in our, you know, whenever soldiers leave in other parts of the civilian world, right? So he gave me, you know who you are, he gave me this little cool challenge coin, and I appreciate it very much. Thank you. I will be adding it to my collection of coins right over there. So outstanding. Now let's get into the shenanigans of the week. Number one, we just saw McFarlane release or announce the new gold label, the Batman Batmobile. I happen to really like this muscle car looking, the Batman vehicle. I really like it. But I am going to have a bit of a problem with this. And that is because there's something else out there that's very much like this, but that has way more sophistication and way more features in it than this. So let's take a look at it. I forgot if I know the con name, I'll put it down here, or the convention show name. I'll put it. It was just announced just a little bit ago. So there's the box. You know, this was it. So here's a close up of the front end, looking very nice. It's got some wearing on it. It's got some dry brushing on it. It's looking good. It's looking good. And then you also have, here's the back end of it right there. I don't see any electronics in it. That's number one. Now, going back to that first shot, or that shot from the front, I'm hoping this is the only thing that would make it worthwhile to me. And that is if the doors opened on it. Because otherwise I'm gonna be kind of ticked off. But if the doors open on it, oh, I hate to say I would pay close to that, because, and here's the why. This McFarlane Batman does not equal in any kind of, it just stock like this. If you're just going to give me a vehicle and I'm just going to slide it in through, just fiddle it in through the window, that's going to drive me nuts. But that's what it in no way compares. Even if the doors open, I'd still buy it if the doors open. But even if the doors open, it doesn't even touch this. I think last year people were finding it at Michael's, I believe. I think T-Man. I like that guy. He's funny. He entertains me. He was one of the first toy tubers, along with Articulated Ninja and stuff, that I was watching. Is T-Man. He's been around for a while. But anyways, back to it. You were finding these at liquidation stores, sometimes for as cheap as $40, which is the Hot Wheels, the Batman RC car at 1/10 scale. 1/10? Yeah, 1/10 scale. That thing is awesome. It fits Joe's perfectly. It fits 1/12 scale figures perfectly, because remember, 1/12 scale Marvel size is actually almost real 1/10 scale, right? They're about maybe half an inch sometimes, or almost to the same height as McFarlane's figures, regular size figures, that is. So this car can kind of fudge it real good between both scales. So just keep that in mind. Now, this Hot Wheels, the Batman car, is RC and the lights work. What is McFarlane's? Pure plastic. So far, I don't see any electronics in it. So now you can buy this. I did a whole custom on that figure. I'll leave it in the description below. You can go watch that video later. But the custom that I did with it is I dry brushed it quite a bit, and then here's the part that I was really missing on it. I fixed the doors. I made the doors to where you could open them, so I don't have to fiddle around. I hate flappity flip messing around with those doors if you can't fit a figure. I'm not one to just start fiddling stuff. Let me see if I can get in there. Let me see. That drives me crazy. So I was like, what is easier? I'll just make the doors work. A long time ago in my modeling days, I've been on this planet a long time. I figured out, actually through a couple of tutorials and some old school modelers, how to make the doors work on models. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to scale that up and make it work. Go watch the tutorial. And so now the doors on mine, the doors on the one that I customized, it's the Batmobile. It's the nearly perfect scale. The lights light up and the doors open. If we got that from the Batmobile that McFarlane's putting out, I don't so much care about the RC component, because I mean, it's cool and all, but I don't need it. But if it does all those other things, okay, you're winning me over, McFarlane. You're winning me over. But if it doesn't do those things, this is not the same thing. All right, I'll move on from that. I just like to talk about little shenanigans that I saw happening. How does that equal? It's not the same thing. They're not even the same ballpark, and they can't cost the same amount of money. You can't fool me. Anyways, moving on from that, another little bit of shenanigans. Dan Yoon. You know what? I don't have nothing against Dan. Nice guy. He does what he has to ensure that he and his family are fed. And if that's towing the line for Hasbro, God bless him. I mean, he's got to do what he's got to do. I get it. And he's in that business, and he's signed a contract to, support Marvel in there and to support Hasbro in their endeavors. I'm not talking bad about him. But I don't like the message that he's bringing from Hasbro. I don't like it. A lot of people want this set, but it's going to only be available in limited quantities. Oh, so evil. So evil. Now, I don't know if it's because they're going to release it separately. Are they going to break up the packs? Or I don't know what they're going to do. I don't think they will. So, I'm hoping I can either pick it up on the secondary for a reasonable price once the FOMO is out, or seeing if I can pick it up on Hasbro Pulse. We'll see. It's going to be insane between the Cold Slither, which I know some people don't want, but I do. I would desperately want that Cold Slither setup, and this. Oh, it's going to be bad. One second. Had to go take care of something? All right. Now, what else made news this week? Well, unless you're living under a rock or something, we also saw the release of the Haslab. Okay. Did we already cover this last week? I don't remember. I think we did, but we'll just gloss over it real quick. Here's everything that you get if it funds and it hits all the tiers. I'm already thinking of ways on how to make it better. Like I said, my personal opinion, I think it should have been an APC, or maybe something like the Havoc, or maybe something like the Whale. But here it is. Regardless, this is what we're getting. I think it's at 6,300, something like that, 6,300 backers. I think we will back it. It'll be done. I don't know if we'll hit all the tiers, but usually we start out this way, and if something funds within like the first week or two, then it's pretty much a shoe-in for all the tiers. So, and then a lot of people at the end, you can usually count about 3,000 or 4,000 orders at the very end. And then on top of that, for people who get the FOMO, and then on top of that, all of the like regular stores that throw in their orders too. So now, you know, you can count. It's definitely going to fund. I'm hoping we hit all the tiers. So, am I happy with the tiers? Yes, but because they're not some, and I'm going to straight up say it. So, patches. That was, do not ever do that again, Hasbro. I'd rather you just shut your mouth and keep the patches to yourself and where the sun don't shine. I don't want your doggone flip-flap patches. Anyways, moving on from that. Well, you know what? We'll just cover these real quick. Picture of the Snowcat. Frostbite, looking pretty good. He's got 2 pairs of goggles. You know, he's got this. You know, the greatest part about this, I like Frostbite. I still have my vintage Snowcat upstairs. He's got his little thermos. That's actually more than that M16 that he has. I like the thermos. I could get him a better weapon. I mean, that's the weapon that he came with when it was the Snowcat. But Lady J out there, I love it. She's got a little cup of coffee. That's so funny. She's got an auger. When are you ever going to get that kind of? That's something that we'll never ever see. Anyways, you got that from Lady J. Lady J's looking great. The bivouac is really cool. I really like that little tent setup that they have. I might have wanted a tent more. Like you could actually set up a tent. I don't know. I get the bivouac though, because you want to see the figures in it. With the tent, you'd have to just put them in there and know what they're doing. It's like the Schrodinger cat. Has the figures fallen? Have they not fallen? Are the figures alive? Or are they dead? Anyways. And then you have Flint, right? So Flint looks good. He's got his extra, you know, breakfast there. Oh man, I wanted to say something else, but I'm just gonna keep it to myself. And then he's got that coffee thing. So that looks good. It's fine. Apparently, they said we would get extra stuff if we hit all the tiers. We'd get, oh man, something else came to my head. I'm not gonna say that either. It's just, in case there's children watching. Anyways. So anyways, finally, the only thing I have to say is that here are the measurements for it. The APC is bigger. I'm looking at it right here. And I saw, here's a picture of the contrast for it when they were holding it next to it. And I can tell you, just by what they were doing here, the APC from Gridiron is bigger. Now that, I would just say that you're right, the APC doesn't come with extra figures and it doesn't come with extra, you know, electronics. But it's so very stylized to the things that I want to see in GI Joe, right? I love that we have the Snowcat. That's fine. You know, I've gotten over my disappointment. I will be painting it olive drab just to make it fit into more environments. But I wish they would have done something better, right? I think, yeah, I don't, you know, when you're going into as a land thing, carrying troops, I think I like the APC much better. And I know I would have liked to see the Snowcat with an enclosed area. I know some people, you can't see the figures. It's okay. I don't need to make sure that they're, like I said, Schrodinger's cat. What are the figures doing? I just know that they're in there. And I just like it. I just like it. An APC would have been cool just to have that enclosure. And then you could have, actually, you know why I wanted it? And I don't know why. I wanted it because you could take cool pictures from within it, right? Maybe I wanted to do a setup like that or tell a story and I could have figures inside of the APC. Most everybody just displays them, but I like to take pictures with them sometimes and tell a story. You guys who've been following me for a while know that sometimes I do stories in front of whatever figure that I'm reviewing, right? So that's why I would like to see an enclosure. It's more photogenic. Does it help for displaying it? No. Does not help for displaying it. And I don't have a lot of people come over to ask me about my collection anyway, so I just know what's in there. So for me, the number one thing would have been like an enclosed area so I could tell a story and more details inside of that area just like the APC. I think I'm going to get a lot more value out of Gridiron's APC photogenic wise than I am out of the Snowcat. The Snowcat I'm getting because it pulls the nostalgic chords in my heart, and I'm all in for the classified line. I'm in it until I'm not, I guess, I don't know. But here's the thing, everybody has a different opinion on this thing. It's okay. Everybody can form their own opinions on it. Everybody can back it or not back it. You don't need to convince people on the internet that your idea is better than their idea. It's a fool's errand. It's a fool's errand to go out there and start to argue with people on the internet, because they don't care. And some of them just like to hate for no reason. So don't get caught up in that trap. Feel free to discuss in the comments if you like. I'll even discuss it with you. And I love that everybody has a different opinion. It's okay. It's all right. I'm not going to get mad about it. Whatever. All right. So moving on from that, Valaverse. We talked about the Praetorian Fury. Great figure. Matter of fact, I need to put it up there on my hot top 10. Maybe one day we'll go over that real quick. It's almost about time to go through the mid-year one, right? So Fury should be up there. A great figure. Infantry Commando is going to be at the next convention that they have. Is it ToyCon New Jersey? I think that's what it is. I do want one just to check it out. So I don't know. Maybe I can find some way, to get one of those or something. I'll, secondary market or something. We'll figure it out. Not too expensive those. I don't pay crazy money. Not that I can't. I just don't. I feel some kind of way about it, and I won't. So, anyways, there it is. Infantry Commando. It looks pretty cool. We talked about it last week, but that's the new exclusive. What else? This little lady came out recently. Actually came out before somebody. We had talked about it before, maybe. But anyways, pre-orders are open now for her. You need to go get her. Don't end up like a lot of people ended up with Bernice and the other figures that Zesray, I think that's how you say it, put out early on, and then they ended up costing like over $200 on the secondary market. That's insane. It's $45. Go, put your pre-order in. I think they only want $7 for a pre-order at 5K Toys. This is going to be a tremendous figure. People are going to be looking for it everywhere. Don't be like me and miss a figure that you probably should have ordered. And I will talk about that in a minute. So we've also talked about before, but here we've gotten some more details. And I missed this last year. I don't know why I missed it last week, but I missed it. And I don't know. Maybe I was just trying to get, the stuff done. But Season 3, Part 2, Monster Force, Operation Monster Force. Chatsworth, amazing. Who doesn't need a big Bigfoot with a minigun? Who doesn't need? I need it. I might need several. At least 3. So I'm really digging Operation and he has donuts, man. He has donuts. Bigfoot, I'd imagine if Bigfoot was real, he'd eat donuts. That's what he'd do. So I dig it. I really dig it. The bandolier, the weapon, the faces, everything's great. Everything's great. All right, moving on from that. Red Riding Hood looks great. I mean, that's a great interpretation of Little Red Riding Hood if she was in, no little, it's just Red Riding Hood. If she was kind of like a fighter, right? It looks great. I'm really glad, really happy to see what they've done here with this. Fantastic. And then you also have Order of St. Joan of Arc. Interesting. I'd like to see what that's all about. The design looks cool. Fighting nuns. If not, a little Sister of Battle-ish. Look it up. Warhammer. All right. And then you have Agent Harker. I guess she's a vampire hunter. Looks like she's got some stakes there, some wooden stakes there on the side of her leg. Fantastic, looking great. And then we also have Miranda Seek. Not quite sure who she is. Maybe somebody in the comments can enlighten me as to her purpose. Is she a good guy? Is she a bad guy? Does she have special powers? What is it? I don't know. She looks cool. I'll be picking some of her action figure up. All right, some more stuff from Mezco Toys. We've got these ogres. They look great, but they're just ogres, but they look super well articulated. You might be able to use them as like a human, superpowered human or something. As they are, they look fantastic, right? And then here's this other ogre marching at you with a spear and a shield. Oh, you know what? You could use those for, you know, like your Conan stuff. Oh, speaking of, I was talking to one of the subs earlier at the show, you know who you are, about Savage Crucible, and that, you know what? I picked them up. I found a place where they still had the Savage Crucible stuff online for retail price, and I picked up the ones that you had. Well, minus the guy with the horns. But these guys would go great together. I think they would make a fantastic just team up or set or whatever. They just look great. Would look great together. So there they are. They're available on 5K Toys, I believe. If you want to go order them, go check it out. Medi Toys. What else? We already talked about Hilder. Oh, the Four Horsemen. That's their website, I think, Store Horsemen. Let's go over it. So here's the wave. We're gonna talk of it. Did I order any of this wave? No, I'm not that much into science fiction type stuff. Every now and then I'll take a bite, kind of like I did with Savage Crucible, or the ogres or whatever. I might take a nibble at it, But my main vein is like science fiction, but mostly GI Joe military Valaverse type stuff, right? That's my main slice. Marvel Legends, I still do that. Fantasy, not so much, but I can appreciate some really cool looking designs. I can always appreciate that. The all-in package at the Store Horsemen for this entire wave, $375. 7 figures, 5 standard, 1 deluxe, 1 ogre scale, plus 1 accessory set. 30% off the price if you were to order them separately. So this is actually, looks like a great deal. If you're into the Store Horsemen, the 4 Horsemen stuff. So let's start off, in my perspective, from the thing that I appreciate the least to the most. So this is the order of the least important to the most. Number 1, accessories. Some beer, I mean, great. A keg stand. This is just, I don't care about this. So moving on from that, you got, I'm going to say these names wrong. I don't care. Byler Frostfur. I think I got that one right. I don't care. He's just like a little fox or something, little white fox with armor. If you want to read it, pause it or go to their website. So I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it. He does look kind of cool though, but I'm not interested in it. And then you've got a small, I guess boy, that took a minute to get into my head. Dwarf. You've got kind of a dwarf all armored up, ready for battle as well. Not for me, but maybe it is for you. And then you've got a standard, what was his name? Hold on, I gotta go read his name. Burris Birger Story. Okay, sure. Then you've got Halvard of Frothvar. Okay, just a regular guy, regular human fantasy world with the shield and an axe. Looks good for a Viking. You can switch out heads and a whole bunch of Vikings there. So, kind of neat. Now we're starting to get into the more interesting items, right? These are the ones that I fought a little bit on ordering. Jakul Ironborns. Yeah, I'm cool. I don't know what he's supposed to be, but there he is. I don't know. The evil design of figures is always a little bit more interesting to me because it's not something you see every day, right? So anyways, Commander Igraine, looking great. Great female sculpt there, armored up. And then you've got, this one's really cool. I really fought hard not to order this. Garmir, ogre scale. He looks great. It looks fantastic, but I don't know. I might order this one, might not. So, and then the one that might pull me over, but I've already got the brown bear that they're offering is Jorn. I think that's how you say it. I think the B is silent. Is Jorn? Yeah, I don't know. It's that giant, polar bear-ish looking grizzly thing. Looks great, but... All right, let's move over to some McFarlane stuff. You've got Batman Troika. I think that's who he is. This was way too stylized for me. He's got horns about this big, But he's there if you want him. What else do we have? I think this is Batwing, like a blacked out type of Batwing. This one might lure me in because it looks cool. I wish he would just put more articulation into the wings. But it looks good. It looks good. This one looks really good. And then you got Azrael. Azrael looks great. Here's the problem. Why didn't you just do the old one? Why didn't you just do the original look? Oh man, I'm so sick of some of these repaints. I'm not gonna pick this up. It's gonna be sitting at the clearance bin, McFarlane. Just do the old one, man. Just do the original colors. That's all you gotta do. And same thing goes for Hawkman. He's up there in the $200 now. And so, same thing for the Wonder Woman that you put out. Look, you don't have to have a focus group, man. You don't have to watch, you don't have to ask 30 other people just literally go look at eBay and then look at the figures that are just selling for hundreds and then go, you know what, I might need another run on that so I can capture some of that extra market. It's that simple. So and I don't want to pay scalper prices. I already have the original Azrael look. Everybody wants that look. Everybody wants to go back, the Batman-y, the brown. So there's two looks. He's got his original look and then he's got the Batmanish looking look. I think that's the one that most people want is the blue and silverish look. I don't know. Anyways, just, no focus groups. Just go look. Just literally spend 10 minutes and then say, you know what? I really like my customer base. I really like my fans. I think I'm going to do this for them. And then do it. This is going to end up in the freaking clearance aisle. Nobody wants this. Unless you do. I don't know. And then you've got Beast Boy over here. This is actually not a bad exclusive. This is not bad. If I had gone to San Diego Comic-Con, I'd have probably picked it up. But it's one of those where you're like, I don't necessarily super need it. It's just cool to see. So, good exclusive. All right, SH Figure Arts. It's got the new Soup Sandwich Superman. Don't get upset. If you want to watch this movie, you go on and watch it. It's okay. Excuse me, we can agree to disagree. I like the Henry Cavill version of Superman. A lot of people like this James Gunn version of Superman. It's okay to disagree. We're good. So, anyways, SH Figure Arts putting this out. Go check it out. And now, I have received... Well, hold on. Let's just keep going. We'll get to that in a moment. I don't know why this got out of order, but it did. Page Punchers from McFarlane has the new Superboy out. It actually looks really good. Superboy looks really good. He does need a jacket, though. I don't know why they didn't give him a jacket, but whatever. I mean, here's Superboy. Looks good, but he's always got his jacket on. His cool leather jacket. Now, now I'm thinking about it. That jacket would be destroyed almost every other day if he gets into those fights with it, superpowers and all. So there's that. I really dig it. I wish they would have put a jacket on him. And then you've got Wonder Woman over here, but this is like the 1940s, 50s Wonder Woman. I don't know. Just not the Wonder Woman I grew up with. So it's going to sit on the pegs and just be available for clearance. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Are people going to actually buy this version of Wonder Woman? I'm not. I'll be like, well, it's nice it exists, but move on. So it's not enough there for me to buy it. All right. 1 second. So this has never happened before. I've had a special request from one of my kiddos to talk about a figure that just came out. And that figure is from McFarlane's Elite Collection. It's a video game, Persona 3 Reload. Apparently it's an older video game. I don't know, 2015, 2014. I don't know. I'm not an expert on it. Apparently It's kids that are going to school and they're fighting. They go into this timeline where it's the 25th hour. It's only 24 hours a day, but apparently there's a 25th hour. And when that 25th hour happens, then these kids can do like, man, there's some dark imagery in here. Apparently, go watch it. Go watch a review on it. They get into that persona, but in order to get into that persona, there's some dark stuff happening, some dark imagery. So anyways, when that happens on the 25th hour, time stands still and this giant tower comes up out of their, school. And then they got to go fight like demons or shadows inside of this school. And they do that by calling upon their persona, like an alter ego or something. One of those characters is this guy right here. I don't know what this guy's name is. I probably should have looked it up, but I don't know. But anyways, this guy right here. Now, the only thing that I would tell you about Elite Edition things that McFarlane puts out is that rarely do I think that they're elite. The only one that I've ever bought from the Elite collection is Berserker, because I think he was worth it-ish. Because he had all of those arms, all of those heads, different face sculpts. He just had a lot of extra equipment on it. Was it worth the $50? I don't know. I mean, it ended up being, I think Berserker was like, was it elite? Was Berserker elite or not? I thought he was elite. I think he was $49 is what I want to say. Now this one is a little more than that. So let's take a look at what BBTS says. BBTS says $59.99. So it's $60 and it excludes the tariff. So what they would do is you could order it and they wouldn't even charge you anything up front. But then there's an unknown component to this figure, right? So when it hits you for the charge, luckily they'll give you a heads up. There's going to be an additional charge on there for whatever kind of shenanigans the tariffs are at that day. So it looks like a very, very classic anime figure. I mean, it's got the same style, I guess you could say, a very classic looking style. He's got a few different head sculpts on there, or face plates. He's got a few different hands there. He comes with a couple of cards or whatnot. I don't know what the articulation is like. It looks pretty good, but wow, that's a lot. That's a lot considering, and here's what I'm considering that initially these figures were no more than $20. So what are you getting for that additional $40? I mean, I've bought stuff because I've wanted to buy stuff before because it really pulled on my nostalgia. Is that $40 worth of nostalgia? Don't let me talk you out of it. Just weigh it. So there are some things that are worth that, and there are some things that are not. But that's a decision we always have to make, right? Is this something that is going to be, worth the nostalgia or worth what it comes with, or is it important to me? Does it make me smile? Does it bring happiness into my life? If that's the answer, well then you know what you got to do. All right, moving on from that, this is one of the ones that brings a lot of nostalgia to me, and that's Mask. But I mean, I might buy a couple of these. The all-in bundle from Big Bad Toy Store is $324, and that does include the tariff surcharge. I don't know how they're doing it, but it does include it. I don't know. I don't need Switchblade because I already have the original Switchblade vintage. I think I showed it to you a while back, but I don't have the vehicle, the Camaro. So I don't know. I mean, that 18-wheeler looks amazing, but I want somebody else to look at it and see if and tell me if it's any good, right? So I don't know if I want to spend that kind of dough on that. Although I really love Mask, but I need somebody else to tell me if this is good or not. We haven't had them in hand yet. So moving on from that, the Shredder Dracula combo is coming back to Target, but this time in a velvety red outfit. It's not velvety, it's just a red outfit. It's got a red shading to it. So that's cool. Mezco, where's that Rumbler at? Boy, that Rumbler. Anyways, Mezco Con 2025. We've got Nightwing from the new 52 edition. He looks good. He looks good, but it's not enough for me to pull the trigger on it. Here he is with all his different. He's got a ton of hands, right? And like 4 different head sculpts, which is very nice. I'm glad they included that. And then he's got a ton of different like little electrified equipments and, you know, weapony stuff and just a bunch of other little stuff that it comes with and little ropes and whatnot. It's a nice set, but it's not for me. It's not for me. But it can be yours. I think it's on wait list already. So if you missed it, sorry. All right, this is actually pretty cool. This is an example of another San Diego Comic-Con exclusive done right. You've got the alternate coloring of, oh, 1 second, I've got a delivery. All right, well, FedEx just arrived. No, it wasn't the Rattler. Everybody relax. I haven't gotten a shipping notice for mine either. I see everybody else getting their Rattlers, and there I am. No Rattlers for you, or you, or or me. So we'll see when the Rattlers hit. I don't know. You know, I'm supposed to... And I did it like the first day, too. I knew I wanted one within like the first... Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe what they're doing, this is just my, you know, who knows how Hasbro thinks, but my opinion is, or my thought process is, they're shipping out the orders that are singles just to get them, you know, just to make people happy, right? Just knocking them out. And everybody who ordered multiples, well, you're just gonna have to wait a minute, you know? We'll work on those. I think eventually they'll get to those. So, or have some of you already got your multiples? I don't know, leave it in the comments below. That was just my train of thought, because everyone that I've seen get has been singles. You know, we'll see. All right, so as we were talking about, the Jada San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Street Fighter Dollhism alternate variant color edition with cool little effect there with the little guy on fire. That's a great San Diego Comic-Con exclusive to have, right? Not a lot of people are going to run around trying to find this. We've already got a Dollhism in his iconic look. I mean, maybe they want that little guy who's burning up, but I think this is a great example of a wonderfully done San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So, all right, we've come to the part where we talk about my hunt list. All right. What do I got on the hunt list? Well, this is what I got. I think it's becoming rather repetitive, a little repetitive. I'm still hunting for some more, well, you know what? I just need one more. Brooklyn 2099 Spidey Fig. Once I get that one, I'll take him off. Still picking up, I've warned everybody, I'm still picking up the Vipers. Every time I see a retro Viper, he's mine. So, y'all been warned. Oh, and this, you know, we're gonna break not the fourth wall, but I mean, we're doing that now. But I'm gonna show y'all, before we get to the haul, I'm still looking for Jean Grey, because this is what Target delivered to me. It's literally crushed. It's completely, you know, it's just crushed. It's just a mess. And it was funny because the FedEx guy goes, hey, I don't know what happened to this box, but something heavy fell on it. I was like, yeah, was it you? Did you fall on it? But anyways, Target was rather gracious about it. And anyways, yeah, I'm still looking for a mint card X Factor, Jean Grey. So we'll figure that out. I also saw and captured, I guess, the Stegosaurus. I captured it, but I don't think I'm gonna buy it. So I don't know. We'll see. If they go on clearance and they're like 20 bucks, heck yeah, I'll pull the trigger on it. But for now, I've already found it. I captured it. You know, it's like, what is it? Catch and release. And then we got Medi Toys. Now I'm on the hunt for National Defender Medi Toys, also known as, isn't it? Chaos Toys. It's not Medi Toys. Also known as Superman, but nobody knows. So I had an opportunity to order this, and I was like, I don't need this. And then I saw everybody messing around with theirs, and I was like, I want one. I was like, too late. They're like $200 on eBay. So I don't know. If I find one for a deal, I'll get it, but I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. So, all right. And what did we do with the 209 Ed pre-order list? Just 3 things. And that is Hilder. Go get her if you haven't done it. I think she's going to be a hot item. And then you've got Juggernaut. I did pick up a Juggernaut, just the one. And of course, I pre-ordered the Snowcat. So that's what we have for news. If I missed anything, well, I guess kind of like Robo says, we'll pick it up next week. You know, the funny thing is Robo does stuff that I don't do, and I do stuff he doesn't do, right? I think we all have a little bit of a niche, right? And then I think the other guy who does regular news is Kyle Peterson at the end of the week. He does a lot of wrestling. So if you ever want a wrestling channel, toys, that dude is like a freaking a megaton bomb of action figures, wrestling action figures. But he does other stuff as well. I dabble in the wrestler stuff. I dabble in it. Every now and then I like to pick one up. If it's the old school wrestlers. If it's the old school wrestlers, yes. If it's these new shenaniganizers, I don't know who they are. I don't know. I don't know who Seth freaking Rollins is. I don't know who the American Nightmare is. I don't know who they are. Anyway, so I just do the old ones. All right, guys, thank you. Now, not yet. We're going to go to the haul next. So stay tuned for some shenanigans on the haul. Because I know some of you guys are going to make fun of me on this haul. But yeah, let's get to that, and let's get going. All right, collectors, as always, let's start off with the deals. And I don't want to hear no laughters. I don't want to hear anybody laughing, because I did buy. No laughing. It's not a laughing matter. Hold on. I want to show you all this. Stop giggling. I heard nobody giggling. I broke my own pippity poppity rule, and I bought these. What? So I got them for 15 bucks each. So the reason I got them is you guys have seen some of my videos before where I take out these stinkity poopity pop out of there and I put like the actual figure in there, and it looks amazing. So you can even put like the actual comic back there too. So yeah, you know, I bought these just at 15 bucks. The enclosure looks great, just, you know, and then with the background of the comic book, it's a great presentation. So yeah, I'll pick some of these up every once in a while. You guys have seen me pick these up before, but as a rule, I don't do pippity poopity pops. Hey, some of y'all guys hate when I say pippity poopity. It's okay. You can love pops and still watch this channel. It's all right. No, I promise, whatever you like is still going to be awesome to you. You don't have to like everything I like. I don't have to like everything you like. You can still just do whatever. All right, and then we have, you guys saw the deal with this thing. It just got smashed. It's just, what a mess. What else did we get on deals? Oh, you know what? Here, let me show you this. In case, I don't know if, there she is. There's her UPC. I'm pretty sure she's gone now from everywhere because I haven't been able to find her. And then I got these guys for $7 a pop. There you go. And here is the UPC if any of you guys are looking for it. There's that. What else do we get? I'm going to go see if I can take that stuff off his face with some heat. That is Electro, right? So there's his UPC if you guys are looking for it. He's on sale now. I didn't pay 27 bucks for him. I paid 20. So, and then I used my discount, so not even that. So All right, that's it for the deals. Now let's get on to the regular price stuff. In the mail, I forgot I ordered from another site. I told you I was gonna get I got another rock and roll because he can be a great, heavy weapons trooper. And then I got another couple of these guys. I told you guys I'm gonna be picking up here another couple of these guys. I'll be picking up all the retro Vipers I can find, man. They're all coming with me. They can all find a home with me. Retro Vipers. All right, what else did we get? Well, this little guy got lost in the mail or took a gigantic detour somewhere. And then literally I bought this one a week before, or was it a week? It was a few days before the DFW show over here at the DFW GI Joe show over here. And then I bought another tan one for my other Vanguard. And then this one shows up like a few days ago. I'm like, what the heck? So it took a ride all across the country. Like, I don't know, I guess it was sightseeing. And then it finally showed up. I got another couple of these. I just didn't cancel them. I got them from, and you know what? These are my ones to stock because the packaging on these actually look really good. I got a drag Viper. Here's the UPC code. There she is. There he is. And then I got a blowtorch, another blowtorch from, there you go, from, what is it? Hasbro Pulse. So there's that. And then this is actually pretty cool. I'm just not a big fan of the Frag Viper, and blowtorch is okay. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys are, and that's okay. It's all right. Not everybody's going to like what you like, and not everybody's going to like what I like. And then I found, and I didn't find these. Hasbro Pulse sent me these, and I really like what I'm seeing so far. I got a couple of these Kingpin figures. These are going to be, I bet these are going to be fantastic for customs, man. Now we have the real body for Destro. No, I think that one from Fortnite is actually really good. No, Tombstone has the great body for Destro. That's a really good body for him. Like a suited body, if Destro is going to get suited up, that's the one. And then I got a couple of these from Pulse as well. No, this was from Amazon. Pulse hasn't sent me these yet. Everything at Hasbro Pulse that I had ordered, if it's GI Joe, and I think even it just got pushed way the heck back to like September. They're like, you don't need it right now. So Footloose came through Amazon. So there you go. And then finally, if you guys hadn't seen, I picked up a few things. I don't know if we talked about it last week, but I picked up a few things from Red Atlas Creations. Just some little world building stuff. Go check out that video. I'll leave another link in the description below. Just go check that out. He does a lot of nice little cool world building stuff at a very affordable price. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's all the shenanigans that I can think of that happened this week. I'm sure there were many more, and maybe we'll talk about them next week, or maybe we'll talk about them in some of the videos from here till next news. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. If you're enjoying the channel, if you keep coming back, if you enjoy the hunts, the news, the reviews, the rants, just the shenanigans, why not subscribe? What's the worst that can happen? You can meet this old nerd at a convention and get a giveaway. So yeah, as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep rolling these shenanigans out, and don't stress about any of this. It's not necessary to live. It's not medicine. It's not insulin or penicillin. This is just for fun. It is a hobby, guys. It's a hobby. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, special thanks to the members. Their generosity, input, guidance, and engagement allow this old nerd to bring you guys better content. Until next time, more shenanigans.